Hello. Welcome to the channel, the stream, and the episode. It's with me, Wolfie69. This is episode 29 of our New Frontier Forestry Survival series. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. We're going to leave it on ×1 for this episode, so we only get to about 11 o'clock by the time we're finished, because the next episode is episode 30. And I really want that tractor, so I figured I'd give us a little bit of time at the end of September, so that we can go a hell for leather on those logs, or what will be logs, all the trees down at the far end of the two big fields. We will spend as much time as we have to over episode 30 on the logs. So, yeah, we're going to run it ×1. We'll go for about 3 hours on this episode. We've got a few bits to do. We want to plant, fertilise and roll the barley and wheat fields. And if we can get the other one planted, rolled and fertilised with grass, that would be great. If not a problem. We need to get the horses run, so we'll start with that. But yeah, we've got a few bits to do, and we've got a plan. We will have that tractor. We want that new tractor, and we're gonna get it. So we've got a plan for this episode and the next episode. So let's just crack on. Just double checking yarping and arping here. Yeah, they're still there. Let's get Zeus run for now. Need to turn cheeky save there. Just turn on the help menu. There we go. Right, and away we go. Just throw the help menu up so we can see what riding percentage we're at. And there's all the logging equipment down here prepped. We will get as much of all of that cut down as we can, just because it's an immediate source of money. Chop it down, take it straight over to the sawmill, you get paid. It won't take us too long, but we will chop down as much as we have to, and then some. We'll probably get rid of a couple of these odd ones as well that really shouldn't be where they are. I do like starting the episode with a little bit of riding the horses around, just to give us a little bit of an overview of what we've got going on, where we are with things. Right, let's take Zeus back. There's Zeus, and there's Artax. Yeah, we'll jump out this side. I'll make that jump. Yeah, so next episode is episode 30. I'm very surprised. We're still going. I'm getting there. There's still plenty to do on the farm. Once we get that tractor, that is only the first upgrade of many that we want to do. But I figured as next episode is episode 30, we'll kind of make a special out of it. So yeah, hack down as many of those trees as we can and get our new upgraded tractor. And hopefully we'll have plenty of money left over. I mean, we have got a lot of very nice equipment. Some things will just not need upgrading. For example, the fertilizer spreader. We've still got plenty to go on this. The fertilizer spreader won't need upgrading for quite a while. It's just that tractor. We need some more power, especially with the hills and things we got here. Hopefully this will be the last planting season. Crash. That doesn't count as a crash. If anyone else is running a crash counter in the background, it doesn't count. Clean off our tax. There we go. And Zeus. Come here, Zeus. Zeus. Stay still. Stay still. Stay still. It's like trying to control a toddler. It just doesn't happen. Stay still. There we go. All cleaned. Right. Oh, we also... No, put that away. You're not turning into glue. We also want to sell Zeus this episode if we can. Because we have got a profit on Zeus. Let's go in and quickly check on the animals. It's in the horse pasture. There we go. So it's worth half of what our tax is worth. She is worth half of what our tax is worth. But yeah, so time to offload Zeus and go and get another one. Bye, Zeus. But we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that at a later point. We want to get those seeds into the field. Because they're all planted, they're all rolled, ready to go. Oh, it's over there. Forgot where I put my seeder. There it is. Right. So we've got the canola in the ground up there. We need to put that back off. Do apologise, there we go. And away we go. I'm thinking now. No, we want oats in that big field. Because the windmill turns oats into flour at the best production rate. So we want oats in that big one. But we're on grass, so we want wheat, and it is the time to plant wheat. Yeah, barley up there, wheat down the bottom, so they're both going in now. So we'll put the wheat in this one over here. And as we discovered, we need a few headlands on this because of where we've kind of got to go. Although that way kind of seems the best, but I've done that and it doesn't work out so well. But neither does the up and downies. Stuff it will just go with whatever it suggests. Make sure that we take care of any possible overlap. So I don't really... drop it down 3 headlands. Which one? That's... Okay, alright, we'll start up. up that top end. Okay. Luckily that's only grass, so that doesn't hurt it. So the way the mist is coming in as well, I quite like it. Yeah, okay, so we are planting. It's good to know. Alright, and here's where it starts to get awkward. There we go. Wrong one. That one. There we go. God, I'm just having an off day today. Seemed to be quite common with me. I don't like it. If you're there in chat, don't hesitate to say hello. We very interactive here. I will respond to as many chats as I am humanly able to, because I am only human after all. I think we figured out in the last episode that the reason the maintenance bar in the bottom right looks the way it does is because of our front loader attachment. Not because of our tractor or the seeder. It's all that front loader. Well, that's nice to know the turner circle isn't awful on that. And that was quite a tight one. Ah, that's what he said. All I can say is I am appreciative of the lines, the GPS, to let me know. I mean, you can see just about, but I do appreciate the GPS lines keeping me in line for where I should be, because they'd be wonky as all hell if I was left to my own devices. Spinny, that one there. Thank you. I thought it wasn't going to catch it for a moment there. Drop that down and away we go. Well, this isn't proven to be as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I've had a hell of a time on this field before. Do you think it's because this tractor... Yeah, I've had a hell of a time on that field as well, but do you think it's because this tractor knows that it's not going to be used for much else now? I mean, it'll still be used and it's still going to be handy for certain bits and pieces, but if I'm in the other tractor, that just makes sense to use whatever on the other tractor, doesn't it? But yeah, as I said before, I am not selling this. This will never, and I'm half tempted to any future Let's Plays, anything like that I'm doing on this. Like, I'm half tempted to make sure that I purchase this at some point, just have it there in the background, not necessarily used for anything, but it's not exactly expensive. It only 40 grand. It was like 38,000 with all the bits and pieces and extras and gubbins that I wanted. 38 grand, that's not bad for a tractor that has cut all of these fields multiple times, seeded them, helped harvest them, pulled and hoisted and lifted and shifted about all over the place. God knows how many logs. It's done so much for the farm. There is no chance that I will get rid of this. There's also no chance I'll make this oh, I did. And get out of the trees. There we go. Out of the trees. Out of the trees. And drop it down. And away we go. Fog looks good, maybe not from a distance, but being in it, it looks good. Kind of reminds me of an extended Silent Hill fog. As we all know, Silent Hill only had that fog because of processor limitations back in the day. It stopped the awful popping that you used to get with games back then. It was what it was. It was a limitation of the times. Which is why I appreciate games like this so much more. Because you think about trying to do something like this back on the old hardware. As always, we're going to run straight into the tree. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, we won't make that turn. We might make this one, though, if I can swing it around and through that gap. Here we go. Beep, beep. About there. And off we go. This isn't taking us long at all, really, is it? Doing okay. Running this, what, about 20 minutes? I may have to have a sneaky look to make sure they're actually planted. No, okay. It just ran a little quick. So, I get it was going down a dip, but okay. There's one load of up and downs done. Right here, you can tell the difference, but this is where GPS really saves me. I remember back in FS19, was putting the ridge marker down, and yeah, was just about able to follow it, and then realised, hold on, no, I was slightly too far over, so I did left an entire line between the crops that I hadn't done. Oh, just doing it all the way to the edge there, that's fine. Haha, chatting instead of paying attention. Happens all the time. That one there. Line it up, drop it off, and away we go. I've really got to stop doing that. It's Rick and Morty is just in my head. It lives rent-free up there. Right, very quick sip of coffee. There we go. I do hope the volume levels and everything are okay. It's something that, as I said before, I'm not entirely sure about until after the fact. So if there's any problem, please do let me know. It does sound like things are okay as far as I'm aware, but yeah. Still very much enjoying this fog. As I said, it's rolled in a bit more onto us now, it seems. But the way you get some of those god rays, I mean, you've got to appreciate that. I hope you can see it. I hope it's visible for you guys. But yeah, that. So I'll get back to the planting now. Just the way the god rays are coming through the trees there. And there you can see it. It's affecting the camera light. Just the attention to detail, and that's obviously a mixture of not just giants there, but that's OlaHaldor, or I do apologise if I just butchered your name there, but the the map maker, he's placed these trees and allowed the in-game weather effects, and yeah, just a mixture of the two. Credit to everyone involved. As much as there are bugs in this game, it is still a marvel. I couldn't create a game, so as much as I have criticism for the people who made certain bits and pieces, I also appreciate the fact that I would have no chance making those bits and pieces myself, so I'm very much appreciative, and any criticism I have is supposed to be taken constructively. So yeah, criticisms that come from me, they aren't meant to disparage, they're only meant to enthuse and help highlight issues and problems I have. The map maker and the game devs have created a marvel. They may have reskinned parts from FS25, but you tell me one game company that uses all 100% original assets for a game and don't port something. I mean, Bethesda, take Bethesda, or Bugthesda if you'd like. How many games in the creation engine now? Don't get me started on it. It's one of those that I appreciate the games they've made, and the fact that they were still using that creation engine, Fallout 76. That was a shambles on release, as we know. But we're not going to go into all of that. Fallout 4 is a very good game. I've just started another run of that myself. It's very much an enjoyable game. I had the PS4 version, had that, and all the DLCs and everything, platinum to the PS4 version. A fair few years ago now, 6 years I think it was, I platinum Fallout 4. But where I owned the digital version, when it rolled around and they upgraded it to the PS5, I don't know if it was a limited time thing or just permanently, but yeah, I was able to upgrade my PS4 digital version to the PS5 digital version, so it looks all pretty and new, but still the same game in the same creation engine. It just looks a bit more 4K, so is what it is, and I will take freebies wherever they are going. So even if I'm not interested in it, I pick up the PlayStation free games for the month because for as long as I've got PlayStation Plus, I've got access to those games, and I think my collection now has like 400 games in it, just because they give 3 new games away every month. Sometimes I already own them, like this month they gave away RoboCop. I already own RoboCop, that's not a problem. For the amount of games that they've given me that I haven't owned, and the amount of games that I have played that I wouldn't have played because they've given them to me for free, outweighs the fact that every now and again they give me a game that I already purchased. I don't mind. It's one of those it is what it is things, and I can deal with that. That's not a problem. And spinny. Yeah, it's okay because we haven't done any of that side yet. Right there, that's where we want to go. And there we go, looking at chat. Even though there are no chat messages, I was just getting things sorted so I could see. And we'll go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way and we'll start down here. There we go. This line, and off we go. Oh, it's only a short line anyway. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make it work. Like that. There we go. And yes, I'm aware that cut the corner, but it should cut the corner on all of them and take into account. If not, we'll just miss that corner bit. It's not a big problem. It's very much things are what they are and things will be what they will be kind of channel this. We'll do what we do and see what happens. And if you've watched me do this field before, you'll know the easiest and best way for us to do that is with a spinny spin. Just like that. Old Tommy Cooper styler, just like that. You can imagine the little hand wiggle in front of me that he used to do. Yeah, we'll do it just like that. So I'm showing a bit of my age there. Another sip of my coffee. This mist is really piled in now, hasn't it? Doesn't look as bad from in here. Might give it a little bit of cab driving. We'll do it in a minute when we restart that run. Okay. This line. As I said, we're getting through this fairly quickly. I like it. And we're still on the first lot of seeds that I put into this seeder as well. Mess that up slightly, hold on. Back it up. Back it up. Yeah, we're still on the first lot of seeds. I believe. Filled this up and away we went. We've done 2, 3 harvests so far. It's not awful. Not awful at all. And yes, we've still got to roll this field, but that's fine. We can do that. That won't take us too long either, to be fair. This will do. We'll do a little bit of in-cab. Drop that down. Primarily because I haven't got to worry. I know that it'll just follow the line. And I'm not got to worry that I'm going to miss bits and pieces and take it all over the place, or the steering wheel's going to spaz out or anything. I do find it a little odd that you can turn your head 360 degrees and when you're sat in the tractor you don't have a body, but it is what it is. As I said, I don't know if you can see it, but the gauges on this tractor do work. And it's saying that something is, the fuel's on the full side, but something is in the red, and that something that's in the red is the front loader. And I'll demonstrate that as soon as you remove that front loader. I won't do it yet because we're in the middle of doing this, but when we finish this field, I'll demonstrate that when you activate the front loader to detach, and I didn't mean to do that. Luckily, it's just this last headland. 2.8, 3 headlands. Activate that, away we go. Right. That's typical. But it's okay, as I said, it's just the last headland, so it's not a problem. Yeah, a tiny bit on the corner it didn't get. That's not a problem. Well, when we get a bigger seeder, which is... We'll get the bigger seeder immediately after we get a bigger tractor. The bigger tractor will be able to haul this a lot easier, and then we'll get the bigger seeder so that we can cover ground quicker. It might be that the thing after the seeder is a larger roller, but then it all depends how quick we can get through with that 6 metre that we currently get. I believe it's 6 metre. We'll be able to check in a second, because this one gives us plenty of time. Drop that down there. Why is that not carrying on there? And that can't be too sharp of an angle. There we go. No, wrong one. That one. Not a cheeky save. It's annoying when it does it sometimes, but let's look at vehicles, and it's a horse, isn't it? Horse. We've got a 3 metre. This is 3 metre, and it wasn't this, it was the Dalbo, wasn't it? The Dalbo Hydroflex. That's what I wanted. 5.2, so it's not a 6 metre, it's a 5.2 metre. Now, if we go in and we have a look, and I can't remember where it is now. Yield improvements, rollers. It was this one. 6.2 metres. That's only 26 grand. So maybe when we've spent out for the other bits and pieces, because that only adds a single metre to our rolling area. Right, we'll lift that up, we'll turn it off, we'll detach that so we know that it's not that that's causing. Move on to that. Right, now it didn't automatically go back. Oh, so okay, so that just reads for the... I can't use the zoom function at the moment either. This PlayStation's got a zoom function. It doesn't seem that I'm able to use that to zoom in on the... It's not a problem. Back. Where? There it is. But yeah, as you can see, it was as soon as the front loader was attached, that's when that bar dropped to basically nothing. And of course, Giants a week or so ago now updated the game, so it now costs to fix all your equipment. I was very much enjoying the freebies at the time. That's the problem with triangular fields, isn't it? 2.8. We'll do a 3 again because it's not that much of a problem. And yeah, I suppose we'll go that way. Show me I was going to say, show me the lines then. We'll start here, and we're dropping barley in this time. Make sure I put the right seed on. I've done that before. did alright to line that up. That wasn't too bad. See, this ground doesn't look that bad. It's more of a... That's more the incline than... Well, there is a little bit that way. It's not that much of an incline though. Surprised about how much of a difference it makes. As soon as we've got that beefy thing, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, it'll be double the horsepower that this has got for only actually about double the price. That's not awful. In saying things like this, there are options like this mad thing, or you could get, yeah, that's less than, so that's 625 horsepower we can get, and it has got a 3-point at the back. I'm not getting that one though. I mean, that would just... We don't have any fields that require a piece of equipment of that size. Not yet. Not yet. We might do it at some point, but as it stands right now, that is overkill. We would be able to afford it. But we'll also see how much of the 100k debt we can get cleared off with the bank out of that stack of trees over there as well. So by the end of next episode, episode 30, we're hopefully looking to be clear of debt with the bank and have got enough together to buy that tractor that we'd like. As I said, we're not going to do overkill and go for that Steiger that we were looking at. It was a Steiger, wasn't it? Oh, no, okay, yeah, Steiger. I mean, 77,150. That's no extra options or anything, but we don't need anything. It's just the big engine. So that's 78 grand, call it. It's going to cost us 90 for that mid-range, 230 horsepower Deutz-Fahr. But I'd like to keep within the spirit of the game, at least slightly. Saying that, as it says in the descriptions and everything like that, it's a dangerous place to hang out in here. What have we got? A mulcher, a forklift and a trailer, and oh, there's a manure spreader. Well, we don't have a source of manure, so that's not a problem. There is a reason we don't have a source of manure. It's broken. Giants, I don't believe Giants have fixed it yet. It's one of those things, they'll get there when they get there, but they haven't fixed it right now, so can't use it, or don't want to use it until it's fixed. No, wrong along that line, that line. If you're out there watching at the moment, either live or at some other later point, if you do enjoy what you're seeing and you'd like to see more of it, do give me a like, maybe a sub, possibly a comment, whatever you'd like to do. Don't worry about the notifications. You'll get to me when you get to me, it's not a problem. I'm not that hungry that you have to watch my stuff as soon as it's put up. You'll get there when you get there. But yeah, any likes, subs, comments, they're all appreciated. beep, 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 beep. It's like it's trying to talk to me in Morse code. Yes, you'll get replaced soon. As we've got a very quick moment, let's go and take a look at that Deutz file we want. That one there, 90 grand. Big old chunkers. We want chunkies. We don't want chunkies, actually, from what... We'll go with the standard Trelleborgs that were on it. I remember going through some of the options, and those Michelins don't have narrow tyres. And of course this is full hard mode, so narrow tyres are required if we're planning to do any late stage spraying or anything like that. As it stands, I've had to plough every field every year, so the plough itself, giving it the ploughed state, removes any weed growth, but that is something that we're going to have to consider at some point. Because we could get a large cultivator and just cultivate the soil, but that does mean we'll have weeds pop up at some point. So we either want narrow tyres, and I suppose narrow tyres on this with a large boom sprayer on the back could work, but again, that's just more expense. We need so much money. Yeah. But again, as with all of it, we'll get there. As you can see in the bottom right, this has had 71 total work hours. They are genuine work hours, as in, if you want to watch all of those work hours, they are in this playlist right now. If you're watching this at a later point and I've got around to it, look in the top right about now, and you'll see there's a little tag for you to start at the beginning of the series. If you do, please excuse the audio to begin with, from about episode 6 or so, I think it was, into it. I used my old headset, and it's nasty. It wasn't until after I'd done a couple of episodes with it I realised how bad it was, and I just stopped using it until I got a new headset. And I think on one of those first episodes of using the new headset, it wasn't set up quite right, and I was either very quiet or there was still slight buzzing in the background. I've since realised that there is an actual specific way that I plug the microphone into the headset. It's not just a plug and play. It does go a specific way where it sits in a recess quite nicely. But as I've said before during these streams and episodes, I'm not an expert, and I would go for the fact that I'm not really an expert on anything. I just do what I do. I try to gain as much knowledge about the games that I play as I can. I do like to not so much dissect them, but I do like to have a fairly good understanding of the game mechanics so that I can make my own way and make my own decisions. That doesn't mean that I don't use guides and walkthroughs. I do. There are plenty of good YouTubers out there that do very good guides and walkthroughs. I've said before as well, I've given him a shout out a couple of times on the channel, Mr. CDP, very good YouTuber, does all of the mod reviews and updates and everything, and especially applicable to me because of where I'm on PS5 on console. So he tells me the slot counts and if there are any issues, and because where he's console only, I don't have to worry that I'm going to see something like with some of the other YouTubers, that I'm going to see something and be like, oh, I really like that, and then be disappointed because I can't have it, because of where their PC players and things like that. So I do appreciate the fact that Mr. CDP is PS5. Well, not so much PS5, or at least console. I do appreciate the fact that he's a console player, so everything that he shows is applicable for me. The farm sim guy, FSG, he's another good farm sim YouTuber. I very much enjoyed his Balls Gap series and his Surviving Wyoming series. 1 and 2, they were cool. Interesting way of playing, given it a storyline and everything. I very much enjoyed that. It was, possibly, I'm not entirely sure, but possibly some of the inspiration for why we now have NPCs that can talk in the game. I don't know, it might not be, but he is part of Giant's partner program, so it would be silly to think that they don't pay attention to his content and what he's doing, or at least someone in the office might keep an eye on his content and watch him. Same as Mr. CDP, I imagine that they'd keep an eye on him and watch his content because he's got a partner code as well. So it's one of those that they may have got the idea from him. If they did, fair enough. Or he may have got the idea from another YouTuber doing something similar. But that's the state of the world nowadays, isn't it? It's there are no original ideas. I mean, there haven't been original ideas for a long, long time. Everything's just a rehash or a rework of someone else's idea. But that's fine. I swear that phrase "standing on the shoulders of giants" came from, you know. We're at a stage of the human process where we make human endeavours and human invention and everything from states that we already have, and new inventions come from the needs of what we now have with the things that we currently have. For example, pop sockets. They're all over people's phones now. You would never have thought about those 15 years ago. Oh, 20 years ago, here's a device that goes on the back of your phone so you don't drop it while you're holding it. Well, yeah, but why am I going to be holding my phone all the time? We never thought all the way back then that we're going to have these smartphones that are glued to our hands nowadays. So, listen to me going and getting all philosophical again. I'll save that for Assassin's Creed Odyssey playthroughs. It seems like the right place for philosophical discussions. Middle of Greece and the Athenians and the Spartans going at each other. It's got Socrates and that lad with the plate. Will be, as we've got a long bit on this line, we'll jump in here and we'll take a look at the other cedar that I'd like. It's another horse, strangely enough, I believe. Yeah, that one 6 metre, so it'll double our spread at the moment. 6 metre can also take solid fertiliser, which is nice, and we'll be able to run that with our new tractor, because you only need 200 horsepower and our new one's got 230 when we get there. Doing alright. We're about an hour in, and just under an hour in. we've got one and most of a field done. We've still got the big field there to seed up with grass. Although let's take a very quick look, because I do like to double check stuff with you guys there, so you know that I'm not trying to cheat the system or anything like that. Right, grass goes in and it takes a couple of months to be ready, and oats go in. There they are, oats go in then. So we've got so they'll grow. Okay, so we'll get one decent cut off of that one. We might get 2 cuts off that. Yeah, we're going to get 1 cut off each of them, and it will be the month before. So let's have a very quick look again. It goes in, oats going in March. So we'll cut in January. No. We'll cut in February. We'll do it all in February so that it grows out again for March. Oh, sorry, I can hear my daughter crying in the other room. Sorry about that, I think she's okay. But yeah, so we shall, they go in, oats going in March, so we'll cut in February. We'll leave it, we'll cut in February, and then we can mulch, plough, do everything we need to get it in the ground in those 2 fields in March. Right, so there's a plan for then. There's the line, it's right the way up there. And quick sip of coffee. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Tassimo caramel lattes. Don't know if anyone out there has tried them, but they are lovely. Bloody expensive, but they're lovely. Okay, as we're done with that, we shall spin around and go down. We can go all the way around there. So we'll go down to the bottom corner. What we're doing, we start at the inside. There we go. Go on. There we go. And droppy. If we take a look at yeah, there we go. So it's got all scruffy edges. We're about to sort that out. I had it there for a second. There it is. Well, there is no way that that's getting done in just 3 shouts, is there? So that corner's going to be a little bit off. That's fine. It's fine, just fine. As we've got a moment, we shall check the bakery. Is that still going? That's got plenty of flour in there. Oh, are you out of canola now? Okay, I shall deactivate that. Brilliant, you'll go all the way down there. Back into here. Wheat flour. So you're out of wheat, are you? Do we have any wheat? Got straw. We've got wheat. We do have some wheat. Now the wheat's for the chickens. And the chickens have plenty. So we shall grab the trailer in a minute and go and fill that up with whatever wheat is left. Because we've got enough of a float, we're fine. If it really comes to it and we have to go and buy some wheat, then that's not a problem. But well, I would like to upgrade the chicken pen at some point as well. I did show that in the last episode actually. There are a couple of other upgrades that we want. Building upgrades specifically. We do need at some point. Oh, I messed that up again slightly, didn't I? That line. Go on that line. Check that in here. Okay, apparently it's been planted. I'll go with what the game says. But yeah, there are a few upgrades that we want. We need another shed. We've got machinery just hanging around outside, stuck everywhere, because we don't have another shed. So yeah, we need some bits and pieces, but it all costs money. That's why in the next episode, as I said, 30th episode special, we'll be going hell for leather on those trees, making sure that we get enough for our new tractor. The tractor's the important bit, everything else is a bonus. We'll also try and get our bank loan paid off, because we're still 100k in the hole to the bank, which isn't good. It's not nice to be 100k in the hole to the bank. That's effectively that entire plot of land there. That cost us 96 grand. But we didn't take it all for that. We'd hung around in the used vehicle section, which is a dangerous place to hang around if you've got a little bit of money in your pocket and you've got some money available from the bank. It's not somewhere you should be, because it's somewhere you will spend a lot of money. And we had a look in there a moment ago. See, I wouldn't spend any money on the stuff that's there. I mean, that's not awful. I mean, the fact that windrows behind you as you go in as well, by the looks of it. But yeah, we want our Deutz 89 grand, 90 grand, something like that. It's a small fortune, but we'll get there. We'll get there in the next episode. We will get there. We will have that by the end of episode 30. A brand new tractor. Bright green, so it won't match with any of our stuff. In fact, it will it'll clash quite badly. But, won't be a problem. Also, with the Deutz colours, it'll be like luminous, so we'll see it from a mile away. We also want to sort our goats out at some point because they aren't producing that much milk. But we do need a dairy for them because we can't do anything with a straight up goat's milk. It needs to be bottled. So we need to get a dairy at some point. Now a mini dairy might be okay, so we might be able to pick one of those up for another 36 grand. It doesn't need to do a huge amount because we're not producing a huge amount. I would stick it fairly close to the goats as well because of where they're all put out on pails and churns, pails and urns and stuff. And it's it could be a little bit of a nightmare trying to move them over. In one of my test maps, I was playing around with them. Oh, there's the barley all done. In one of the test maps, I was playing around with them, and I just ended up driving a 4x4 straight into them, just smashing them out of the way, being like, right, go on, get out. 2.8 metres, 3 headlands. Do 4 headlands, it's a bit bigger. Let's go. I'll turn it off. Oops. Right. Grass. Turn it on. Make sure the numbers are right. Yeah, there we go. Get the grass in the ground. We also want some more greenhouses. I'd like to get a large greenhouse running to do the lettuce, replace that smaller greenhouse with there's a greenhouse that takes solid fertiliser and seeds, and you can produce carrots with it. Now of course carrots would be nice to give to the horses as a supplement for their food, even though it's not required. They get to 100% health without. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted by the amount of fog down here. It's a bit worse than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I saw it was quite bad from over there, but I just assumed that it was density from just looking through it. But coming down here, no, it definitely seems a lot denser. I mean, I get it is a slightly lower elevation than where we were, but impressive. But yeah, if you're out there and you're watching, don't be afraid to say hi. We are here, we are interactive. I say we, it's just me. Just me, sat here on my lonesome. Hello. But yeah, do say hi. I will say hi back. getting through this field quite nicely as well, to be fair. I mean, I know I've only done 1, 2, 3, 4 strips so far, but those 4 strips haven't taken long. And then you scale that up for the whole field. I know some of the strips are a little longer, but scale it up for the whole field, it shouldn't take us too long at all. And then we'll get on with the fertilising and the rolling. And a sneaky save. Another shout out to another YouTube creator, to be fair, that I've been watching is Oxhorn, because I dabbled in a tiny bit of Fallout 76, but it's one of those that Fallout should have been a single player, or you should have been able to play it as a single player, and then you should have had the option to play it as a multiplayer. It shouldn't have been forced on us, and you shouldn't have had to purchase Fallout first. That I can't believe is something that they still went ahead with. But yeah, so it shouldn't have done Fallout first. I mean, £100 or so for a year, so you can play Fallout 76 in a private server. You taking the mick? Seriously? So yeah, sorry, that was the point I was attempting to make. Oxhorn. I've been watching Oxhorn for his lore videos, because I'm not going to play Fallout 76, but I very much do enjoy the Fallout games. So yeah, I watch him for his lore videos because it's nice to know the background and the details. And I've watched his Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 lore videos as well. Been trying to steer clear of the Fallout 4 ones recently. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been sticking more to the Fallout 3 and the 76 ones just because of where I want to play through Fallout 4 again. I have watched a couple of his settlement tips and the settlers tricks and stuff like that though. So, but yeah, if you're into Fallout or anything like that and you're watching this, go check out Oxhorn. Brilliant YouTuber for Fallout lore. He plays a few other bits and pieces as well, but brilliant guy for Fallout lore. Well presented, and a lot of research goes into his videos. There we go, there's a line of what we have and haven't done. It's all been fertilised once, so... Oh, we need to go over these. Okay. Good to know that we need to go over that one. I hadn't realised. It's okay, because we'll throw some fertiliser on that as we do the rest of them. It's nuts, because we're not technically even halfway through this field yet. We'll be halfway through when we're 2/3 the way back. It's a process. It might be slow, but it's a process, and we'll get there. As soon as this grass is in, there's all the fields seeded. Then we'll just get them fertilised, get them rolled. Get Zeus sold, we still want to get Zeus sold. Pick up another horse in his place. In her place, sorry. His place, because Zeus is a boy's name. But they can all have a baby. I'm not getting into that kind of worms. Zeus was obviously a male god for the Greeks, but Here it's a female horse. That's just the way things are. This is a very calming and enjoyable pastime. Just sitting here, planting grass in the fields. I'll be able to start the way back soon. That would be nice. Almost done with this set of up and downs, and we'll spin back and get that. I should have moved those implements. They are right in the way. It's alright. It's alright. I'll deal with them when we get there. No. I was about to do that line. It's not the line we want. This one is. Unless I've missed the fact that we've got a line halfway up somewhere. I think I kept this level. Or as level as I could. If anything, it edges out more towards the back end than the top end up there. Yeah, it's just one line, so that edge there is part of the headlands. Just make sure it joins on. Yeah, it does. So that's part of the headlands. So yeah, we're back on the other set of uppy downies now. had a check on stuff earlier, but we didn't actually make sure that the bakery wasn't overloaded with... No, it's not overloaded with bread. Okay. Yeah, those bits being there is a problem. We'll deal with it when we get there. Right now, they don't matter. Doesn't matter what way you face, you just can't get away from that mist, can you? It doesn't look as dense that way. It's not too bad. And I just realised a few minutes ago when I muted my mic, I didn't unmute it. I muted it because I had to cough. And, yeah, thought I'd pressed the button, but I hadn't, so I just chatted away to myself for a little bit. There's nothing important. Nothing I say ever is important, really. Yeah, so we're almost done with the up and downs on this, and then 4 sets of headlands. I believe it was 4. Yeah, 4 sets of headlands, and then we're done with all the planting for this episode. It'll be on to a quick spritz of fertiliser over everything, but that won't take long. Yeah, quick spritz of fertiliser over everything, that won't take long, and then rolling. We'll get into rolling. We've got those 2 and this one. That's all we've got to roll. We've got to throw fertiliser over the grass field up there as well, but that's not a problem. Throwing fertiliser is easy. It's a nice big width on the fertiliser spreader. We're definitely getting some hours on this tractor though. 72 hours in total. All genuine hours. All been worked on the farm so far. There's about 3 hours an episode, and the next episode is episode 30. Yeah, we have had a couple of episodes slightly longer than 3 hours. But yeah, at that rate, it's 90 hours in total we've spent on building up our farm from nothing into what you see before you. We're and next episode, the 30th episode special, we're going hell for leather on those trees. It's a logging heavy episode, that's why we're running at ×1. Yeah, we'll be going at those trees until we got enough for our tractor, hopefully pay off our 100k debt to the bank, and if we can get it, we'll get a 6-metre seeder as well to replace this, and then I think we'll be set. It's this tractor at the moment. It is a brilliant tractor. I wouldn't change it. I've said a couple of times already, I wouldn't change it. It is a brilliant tractor, but we just need something with more power now. We know what one we're getting. We know exactly what tractor we want. Just need to get the money to get it. Once we're done with this seeding, before we get on with the fertilising, we'll run off, we'll get Artax sold. Not Artax, sorry, we'll get Zeus sold, and we'll get the spare wheat up into the windmill so it can carry on processing that into flour. I don't think we're doing too bad, all told. We've right about there will do. swig of coffee. Oh, gotta love a good swig of coffee. Keeps my brain firing on all cylinders. So, if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't do anything ever, to be fair. So it's classified as a stimulant. Yeah, I get that. Coffee in the morning wakes me right up. Alright. Okay, so we want to boot it around these. I got a feeling I'm going to have to do that every time. And away we go. That new tractor, that new seeder, this would have been done in half the time. As I said, it's a process, and we will get there. I have the tenacity to keep going, no matter what difficulties get in my way. The rolling should be a little quicker than this as well, because I'll just go straight to the edges. I'll drop that a little early, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll go straight off the edges for the rolling. So that will be a bit quicker than it has been for this one. But for about 90 hours invested, we're on hard mode. On hard mode. This isn't easy or normal. On hard mode. For 90 hours worth of investment, I think we've got an alright amount of kit, an okay level of debt with the bank, and okay sized fields. I mean, this was the New Frontier Forestry, so plot sizes are smaller, because there are 3 variations with this map. For those that don't know, that don't play on this map or don't play the game and are just watching and interested, whatever, there are 3 variations. There's New Frontier, New Frontier something else, and then New Frontier Forestry. New Frontier and the New Frontier Forestry share the same packeted parcels of land, and the other one, the New Frontier something else, doesn't. It has larger packets of land. I'll in a moment, when we start the next line, I'll go into the course menu and you'll see quite clearly sort of where the original divisions for the packets of land are. Do a spinny in on that one and drop and go. Yes, that should keep us going. It will do a sneaky save for us. And then we'll hop up, and you can see that big dark line there, and then where it comes across there, and then where it goes up there. So you've got 4 plots of land per one big plot that you can get. And yeah, this is hard mode, so it's divided down even more, so all the plots are smaller. And they cost a small bomb. And this was pretty much 100,000 for the bit of land we're on. If we take a look at the one right over next to us, it's got a nice bit of flat land. That's 120,000, and this one is 183. Is that? That is. That's 183,500. That is insane. That it's that amount of money. Another big spinny. Yeah, we'll be fine getting that. Okay. Well, we're almost done planting this field. That's not bad at all. Mist is cleared up nicely now as well. See, it's a nice clear day. Give it a little bit of the rain and roll in. We'll get around this little bit of spinny and we'll check the weather forecast, see when it's due to roll in. So okay, about 1 o'clock, between 1 and 3, and it's due to rain, or between 11 and whatever, it's due to rain about 1 o'clock. That's not a problem though, we can deal with a little bit of rain. And actually, if things are as they are, it'll be raining while we're doing the forestry next episode. Okay, 2 more sets of headlands. We're cracking along with this. not sure about any of you guys out there, but I have noticed since that update a little while ago that the little red glaring artifact in the bottom of the screen has disappeared completely. I've not had it for quite a long time, so I'm very happy about that. Right, as we've got a moment, let's take a look in the construction at the... Let's zoom in down here, make sure that it's going to follow that line. Cows, horses, pigs, sheep. It's in the sheep. Right, 60 grand. Oh, chicken. 60 grand, 97 grand. But that was 4 grand without the... That's fenceless. 60 grand, 150 sheep. Okay, chickens. Chickens. And that was 12 grand, 70 chickens. We could throw that in now. Right. Take this one all the way up to the edge, like that. Now, lift up, spin round, and line ourselves back up. Hopefully I don't, please don't catch that tash fun. You're gonna, aren't you? You're gonna. Oh, it didn't. I'm such a lucky something that probably can't be said on YouTube without them doing things and taking videos down. Oh, lucky, right. There we go, almost done. Halfway around the second to last headland. Come on. When we I say when we, it's me, again, it's just me, but when I start to upgrade various different pieces of equipment, I will sell off the old one to help fund the new one. So for example, this seeder, I'll probably empty it out and then sell off the seeder itself to help fund a new seeder. The only thing I won't do that with is the tractor itself, because it's my tractor. This cheap little thing has been such a godsend for doing everything that we need it to. I'm not getting rid of it. It will just sit. It will just sit in a shed somewhere. Possibly get pulled out just for hauling logs around, so I can use the other one to lift them up and move them, whatever. And this one, that's a point. I need to make sure. Has it got a front loader attachment? I know it's got a front 3-point and a front PTO. I'll go in and check that in a moment. You just go do. I need to. That Deutz Var, can I have a front loader on it? No, that one can have a front loader, so I can't have a front loader on this. Okay. But that's not a problem, because I can keep this for just doing the logs and the forestry then. I'll, yeah, the Deutz can pull the trailer if needed, but yeah, I'll just keep this one for forestry, so front loader arm will stay on it. Shifting bales, that sort of stuff, that'll all be done with this. Okay, alright, so a reason to keep this. It's not just going to sit there and collect dust. Right, so anybody? No? Dust? Yeah, it's not just going to sit there and collect it. It will still be of use, which is nice. It's nice to know that I'm not just going to have a few grand sat there taking up space, not doing anything for us. It's still going to have its uses. Then again, if we take a look at the big one that we could get in its place, that thing. Can we get... No, they're just... wide. No, so there aren't any narrows. Still got a little bit. There aren't any narrows available on that. So we throw it on that. Big front weight, yes. Yeah, stuff it. Yeah. So that one doesn't have a front load. I mean, it is a massive tractor, but that one doesn't have a front loader either. So, a reason to keep this. That's good. Drop and go. Stump grinder, with its PTO and everything, can go on the front of the new one when we get it, which will be nice. I'll just be able to drive into it instead of having to back up and move around. Again, it's all stuff we shall deal with it. We shall get there. It is but a process, and we are jumping through those hoops slowly. Here we go. Final strip of the final headland. So as soon as we're done with this, we'll crack on with throwing some fertiliser on the ground. And that won't take too long. A quick throw on this field, the one next to us, the one up from that, and the grass field up from that. Okay. Done. Give it a double check. There we go. Alright, so we can drop this back at the shed. Won't park it away just yet because we have got to wash it off before we finish. But we'll park this up. That'll do for that. Oh, I left it over there, didn't I? Grab the fertiliser spreader. This will be nice and quick and easy. He says not realising there's almost no fertiliser left. Okay. Did we have any fertiliser left? Aha, it looks like there might be. Let's go and have a look. Yes, there's a bag of fertiliser. Oh, brilliant. There's a full 1,000 litres. Awesome. You watch us need more than this. Alright. One strip. There's one car right about where that tree is, don't we? That's fine, that'll do. Yeah, just miss a big strip, it's fine. Okay. We might get lucky. This might be enough to do all our fields, you know. And there's also every chance that we're going to be short by a little bit, but we can but hope. As long as I don't waste too much being an idiot. Right. Okay. Should get this one in one pass. Like one pass around if we go in from about here. This is going to be close. through the trees, spin it round. I thought I heard the rain coming in for a moment there. I notice I'm also getting the edge of that field, that's not a problem. Because we do need to get that field in a minute. That's right, I'll just spray the horses with fertiliser as well. That's how you get new horses, isn't it? You back your tractor out with its fertiliser spreader to the horses and just dump a whole load on them. Yeah, because I didn't quite get all of that end there, did I? Well, that is spreading up the field quite nicely as well. Okay, I think we will. We're going to get all of this. Oh, that's nice, that used about 1,000 litres then. Just under. Now imagine if that had been lime. Imagine how much more that would have used. Wow, we're done. Okay, now as we're done with that, we will give these a quick check. 30%, yeah, makes sense. Makes total sense. Right, now we're done with this, let's drop this back. We could probably do with giving this a spray off as well, to be fair. We'll give everything a nice spray off before we shouldn't have dropped it from that high. We'll give everything a nice spray off before we use it for the 30th special episode. Right. One headland. Is that picking up the right field? I assume so. It is going the wrong direction now. We could do with it going along that edge there, which is other way. That looks better. That one there, 30 degrees. There we go. Much better. Yeah, right. Away we go. Yeah, I looked at that roller earlier. I think actually it does go larger. It's where'd it go? Yield improvements, I think it was. Rollers. There it is. No, that is the largest. Just 620. That's a shame. I do want not anything too big, but I would like a larger roller. Again though, it'll have to wait until after we've got a larger tractor. Sneaky save. Yeah, I thought there was a patch there that looked like it hadn't been rolled. I'll turn around and get a look at that in a moment. You can see there, that is why I set it so that we've got a headland so I can follow the line to go down there for in a minute when we get to the point that it won't like the tractor and roller combo. Move, Bambi. Yeah, typical. The tree has gone right over it. Right there. I'm dealing with that right now and very easily. Yes, I know I don't have access to this land, that's fine. Right. Straight ahead of me. Right there. Let's go. Is it all the way to the side? Kind of. That should just about get all of it. Yeah, very nearly. Yeah, I think that would have done it. Yeah, thank for that. I thought I was going to get stuck. Right. I should have dropped it down really, but picked it up. Right, there we go, back to normal. And yep, that one and that one both need rolling. They've both been fully fertilised. We've done alright for this episode. And this isn't taking us long. Yeah, close enough. That works. We're doing alright. Yeah, that's fine. We'll deal with that. That's alright. Just that tiny little bit on the edge. I should have really, while they all spent time harvested, gone around and just flattened, I say flattened, just smoothed them all out. I might have to do that at some point when we've got a slightly bigger buffer of cash in the bank. Just have to smooth things to make it all a little easier. There we go. That got it. No, excuse me. Do apologise. Yes, I know I don't have access to this land. It doesn't matter. It's not this land I want, is it? There we go, that's that one all done. Should have probably picked that up first, but right, and we want all of these to go with. Right, so it wants that way on automatic. We don't want that way. We don't want that way. We want a little bit more that way. That way looks about even and level. There we go. Crack on with this one. We are getting through the work today, we really are. I'm very impressed. That will want to take us all the way around, but we don't want that. That's what we want. We want to go off the edge and then come back on that one. Okay, so it's going to follow that line, but up that way. I know I should pick it up. There we go. Yep, no, that one's awesome sauce. Yeah, of course none of you say mulched anymore because I dealt with that, didn't I? Brilliant. Well, we'll crack on, get this one done. We'll get that one rolled. There we go, look, I've started picking it up. It's just, is it quicker to pick it up, turn around, then stop and allow it to drop back down and then carry on going? Or is it quicker just to spin around, line yourself up and go without picking it up? These are the important questions that need to be answered. Unfortunately, not by me. I'm not going to sit here and time that. I want to just play the game. suppose you could speed it up like that a little. Do everything while you continue to move. There you go, that one didn't take too long. I messed up the lineup though, so. Let's try that one again, shall we? Better. And that, I think, is about as quick as I can make a turnaround drop and keep going. But we haven't got much to go, so let's just keep at it. I do apologise about that. I dropped my control pad and slipped out of my hands and hit the floor, pulled my headset out and everything. I do apologise. No, I thought I was too close to that for a minute. I thought I was going to smack my forage harvester. Forest wagon. It's a forage wagon, it's not a harvester. Oh, yeah, I thought I was going to smash it. Lucky bit of turn in there. And there we go. That should be, after a cheeky save, that should be all of that field. Yep, that field's totally rolled. A couple of little bits on the edge there, that's not a problem. Right, over to this one. Let's get this rolled. Awesome. That's exactly where we want it. Drop and go. Right, and this is it. This is the last field for rolling. So nothing to do but crack on and get it done. This is an interactive channel as well, so it's one of those that if people chat in the chat and say hello and things like that, I do respond. It doesn't seem like I've said much to you all this evening, but that's primarily because no one has been in the chat this evening, so it's not a problem. Things are what they are, and it is what it is. But yeah, there's occasionally just sat here chatting to myself. It gets a little bit lonely and whatever, so I tend to just shut up on those occasions and not say much and just concentrate on doing what I'm doing. But I understand that doesn't always make for the best YouTube content, so if you ever do want to say hello, just reach out in the comments, whatever, just carry on. Leave a like, leave a sub, whatever you want, leave a comment. I appreciate all of it, and I do respond to all comments, every last one of them. So if you send a comment to a video or anything, I will respond. Mess that up a little bit, I know. Right. Drop and go, because that will line up and cover the edit. There we go. That's why we've got a little bit of overlap. There we go, backed all the way up into the tree. That is definitely one of the ones that's going next episode. We are definitely taking away that tree. It makes it really awkward trying to do the rolling on this. So I prefer to do the rolling this way than sideways and then possibly interact with that field over there. We know we've got enough room here to turn ourselves around just about. And thinking about it, it will work out quicker if we just do up and down and then up and downs on the way back. Just to make it a bit quicker to turn around. Yeah, we're going to have a small bit of an issue at the top end there, but that's fine. Well, we can sort that at the end with a tiny whip across the top edge. Yeah, just that tiny bit there. That's all we'll need going across the top. In fact, I might grab that in a minute when we come back down and do that line, because we've only got half the field to go. So it doesn't look like we're going to do too badly. We're about spot on for our 3 hours, which is quite nice. Beep beep. Sneaky save. I was just taking a quick look at the because it looked like there was a problem. That's where it didn't get fertilised. That's not a problem. Just that tiny little strip there. That's fine. It's only grass in here anyway. It's not like we've got our oats, so. Okay. Spin all the way around. And awesome. There's that little edgy bit done. Awesome. 4 more lines, and then we've planted, fertilised and rolled 3 fields. Well, fertilised 4 fields, but planted and rolled barley, wheat and grass. That's not bad for a single episode, considering one of the fields is our big field. I'm very happy with that. I'll get a couple of these bits and pieces out of the way now because we're close to finishing. So if you've made it this far through the video, please drop us a like, a comment, or maybe even a subscription if you'd like to. All of the above, likes, subscriptions and comments, they're all appreciated. Yeah, please don't forget to join us for our next episode. It's our 30th episode special. We've done 30 episodes, or that will be the 30th episode on our survival challenge series, which is going very well. Seeing as it's on hard, and I'm not like the top player at the game or anything like that, I think I'm doing okay. I don't know if any of you guys out there disagree with that or think anything else, but I think I'm doing okay. So, yeah, if you leave a like, a sub or a comment, it's appreciated. But please join us for the next episode, where we will be going hell for leather on as many of these trees as we can to get our get as much money as we can for our new tractor and a new seeder, if possible. But we definitely want that new tractor. So please join us next time to grab the tractor. We're almost done with this. We did want to sell Zeus. Yeah, we did want to sell Zeus. I don't think I'm going to get him sold. Get her sold this episode, so we'll have to do that at the start of the next episode. But that'll be a nice way to kick off the episode. We'll go and get Zeus sold, and then come back and crack on with that load of logging. We will, however, go up and get all of these bits and pieces washed off, because we've used the roller, we've used the fertiliser spreader, we've used the seeder, and they've been heavily used over the last couple of episodes, so we'll get all of those bits washed off and put back in the shed. We'll get the tractor washed off, we'll leave that in the shed as well. But yeah, here we go. The last little bit of rolling. Awesome sauce. Get all of this washed off and stored away. Very happy with that. I did want to drop that wheat, the spare wheat that we've got, into the grain mill, but I think I shall leave that for now. Just because if we get some excess in the next episode, I would prefer not to have to buy some chicken feed if I don't have to. I mean, if I have to, I have to, but I prefer not to. Right, let's turn all of that off for a minute and get things washed. But yeah, if you made it this far through the video, thank you very much. It's appreciated. I'm personally very happy that we're still going with this survival series. But yeah, if you'd be so kind as to join me for the next episode, I'd very much appreciate that. It's the 30th episode special, so it's not like I've got 100 subscribers or anything like that. We're quite a way off from 100 subs, but just having the 28 subs we've got so far on the channel, 28 subs, so to you 28 people, if any of you actually watch this and have made it through to this point, thank you so much. It's appreciated. The channel would be pretty much exactly what it is right now without you guys, but the fact that you are there gives me a small glimmer of hope for the future of the channel, so thank you for being there. It makes a difference to me, and of course I am the channel, so it does make a difference. Thank you very much. Let's drop that back, because we want to get things actually put away. I've been silly there, haven't I? I have. I've been silly there. We want to drop that a little further away, so I'm able to get the fertiliser spreader in there. Hook up. Didn't mean to get it caught on that. Alright, drop that off. Come back out, pick this up. That works for that. Okay. Right. Wow, there we go, guys. Thank you very much for joining me, Wolfie69, for episode 29 of our new Frontier Forestry Survival series. Next episode is episode 30, so please do join me, where we will be chopping down a lot of trees and getting a new tractor. As long as everything goes to plan. So, please join me next episode. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye bye.